So what are the components? What are the ones we're going to look at today? PV modules, the module mounting system, sometimes called racking. That's a major element, kind of the heart of the system, really. We'll cover combiner boxes, though they're very rarely used on residential systems nowadays. We'll talk about the rapid shutdown system, the inverter, and the last bullet point there, connection to the existing system. That's not really a component. That's why I put it with a question mark. I've got some slides on it. We can cover some of that material if we have time, but that's not really a component. So it's those 5 bullet points above you that are key. And of those, I'd say the PV modules, the mounting system, and the inverter are the key elements. The combiner box you may or may not have. You generally won't see it on a residential system. The rapid shutdown is a safety system that's built in usually to the inverter and possibly the modules. So that's just incorporated in those other elements. So really, the key ones, if you're starting from the basics here, what do I need to understand? Know what a module is, know what the racking system is, the mounting system, and know what the inverter does, and the key points of those. And then we'll fill in the others. And there's just a diagram that shows you that modules, they're connected in what we call strings. That's usually a series parallel arrangement of modules. We'll get more into that later, but there's going to be several, normally more than 4, but it could be anywhere from 4 up to thousands, depending on the size of the array. And here's a little bit more detailed view. This is showing the AC side. So over on the left, you see the inverters interconnected to a sub-panel board with some circuit breakers that then feed, in this case, through a meter to the electrical service panel. So that's the AC side of things. So a good way to think of this is divide the system into the DC side and the AC side. And the DC side is from the inverter up to the roof, to the modules. The AC side is from the inverter towards the service. And I can tell you this, most of my plan review comments and field inspection issues are on the AC side, quite honestly. So a lot of that's just really basic general electrical code knowledge that sometimes gets missed or misapplied, but that's where a lot of it occurs. Here's an actual installation. Here's another one. This one's in my town. I took this picture just driving by because it was an easy one to get a picture of. The house was big enough you could see the array from outside, but you can see the modules on the roof. And if you look closely, you can see some conduits that have the string conductors, the source conductors interconnecting those series parallel modules. And here's a picture of the AC side of things. This is 2 inverters. And actually this permit they were adding a second system. That's why the inverter on top is a little bit yellowed from the sun. That was existing. They came through, wanted a greater supply from their system. So they installed more modules on the roof and installed the inverter on the bottom. That's a second inverter. And both of those are interconnected through the existing service panel. So the conduits you see on the left coming down from the roof, those are the source conductors from the roof, direct current going into each of the inverters. They convert that direct current to alternating current, and it's connected to the existing service. These are utility interactive inverters. That means if the utility shuts down, these inverters will cease output. They won't produce electricity so that we don't backfeed the utility unintentionally.